What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is rated highly by many HR managers who reckon that they can buy the skills to do the technical stuff, but to find someone with both the skills and the temperament is more difficult.
The sorts of behavior that displays immaturity and emotional control is largely the opposite. It is the whiner, the person who panics or loses his temper and shouts at his staff. Such people have often got where they have because they were technically excellent. But being technically good does not make one a good manager.
Emotional intelligence is an attribute highly valued by the management of many companies. It can best be described as the maturity of some individual to remain in control of themselves and their feelings at all times, never to lose their temper, never to shout and scream, never to panic or lash put, to be able to take adversity in their stride and using empathy with their colleagues and subordinates to have a rational discussion, plan what corrective action to take and then implement the plan.
This emotional maturity is an aspect of your character build-up that you want to bring through in your CV, the cover letter, and must display in the interview. Then if you want to get ahead in your career, stay cool and calm, work hard but don't panic or throw a tantrum under any circumstances. It will not help your cause at all.
Other attributes of a high emotional intelligence quotient, AIQ, are being approachable and always on an even keel. This makes for successful employees who often get promoted ahead of those with high qualifications but a low AIQ. A person's ability to control his or her emotions, sense the emotions of others and build relationships is a highly desirable talent. Those who have excellent qualification but a low AIQ may find their careers dead-ended above a certain level. Those who have a high AIQ are likely to be steady when tough times are present, to solve problems and conflicts and settle their team members down.
It is expected of everyone to be good at their jobs, but when promotion is in the offing, the candidates who get to move up are those who are good with other people in tough times. It is important to the employers that their staff can take effective and tough decisions and take their colleagues along with them, thus ensuring a team delivery of desired results.
Behaviors to display high AIQ. Here are some behaviors that you should try to display on your resume and at work that will make you a desirable and promotable employee. These are indicators of a high AIQ which can be learned if put into practice. Show that you can control your emotions when others are having a tough time. This may be demonstrated by rational discussion instead of a heated argument. The best way to control overreaction to stress is to know what happens that get you going and then have specific methods for dealing with it so you always appear cool and collected. Knowing what it is that gets you upset is half the way to dealing naturally with it. Reacting badly to stress, shouting at your staff, or kicking your dog seems to help when angry, but you will always regret losing your temper. Take a break, count to 10 or do something to cool off before you do or say anything when you feel you are getting uptight. Learn from experience and plan ahead. Analyze situations you have been in where you did not do so well, where you lost it. Then work out why and make a plan to ensure that you don't lose it the next time. Once you know more about the way you react and how your colleagues perceive you, then you will be able to learn from mistakes you have made and do better the next time. These are qualities found in people with high AIQ.
Show that you can control your emotions when others are having a tough time. This may be demonstrated by rational discussion instead of a heated argument. The best way to control overreaction to stress is to know what happens that get you going and then have specific methods for dealing with it so you always appear cool and collected. Knowing what it is that gets you upset is halfway to dealing maturely with it. Reacting badly to stress, shouting at your staff or kicking your dog seems to help when angry, but you will always regret losing your temper. Take a break, count to 10 or do something to cool off before you do or say anything when you feel you are getting uptight.
Listen to your staff and your bosses. Listening is always a desirable skill. While listening, make sure you hear not only what they say but how they are saying it. You are in control of your emotions, but they may not be. It is up to you to use the empathy in you to get the best out of people.
Let them get it all off their chest. Try not to interrupt other than by small encouragements to show you are listening. Then test your understanding of what they have said. Only when you have it, make your own observations and arguments. This way you will always be able to have rational discussions and reach intelligent decisions. You will really impress and gain a lot of respect when you show that you have heard them and tell them what, if any, action you are going to take.
Feel with your colleagues, do not feel for them. This is the essence of empathy, and it isn't always easy, but it is a skill that can be developed.
These are all aspects which you need to display on your CV. A professional CV writer will show you how best to do this. Once you have got your CV and the cover letter written and submitted, you have a very good chance of being interviewed for your desired job. It is then over to you to display the high IQ discussed in this paper.